Sometimes with summer blockbuster movies, you get the feeling that you can kind of turn your brain off at the door, that you don't really have to think about it too much. You can just kind of enjoy the explosions. Not so much when Christopher Nolan directs it, and not so much is the case with his movie The Dark Knight Rises, the third in the Batman series, and once again, I think he's done a phenomenal job of combining superheroes and comic books and action as well as something to think about. And that, I think, is the defining part of this movie, like the other Batman before it, is that you have to think a lot about it. What's going on, where the plot is going, what threads are left hanging, who might be turning up later. All of these kind of plot twists and turns develop this kind of mental puzzle that happens throughout the movie, which Christopher Nolan loves. You see it in his other movies like The Prestige or Memento or anything that he's done. He loves to kind of play with the brain in that way. Add to that Batman and the action scenes, an incredible villain by Tom Hardy, who does an amazing job as Bane. Not quite Heath Ledger's Joker, but still really, really well done. And all the surrounding characters do a great job. Add Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who is incredible this movie as a young cop and how he plays into the story. And you have a really enjoyable movie experience if you're willing to kind of get through the parts that don't have the action. There are long sections of this movie that are dialogue, that are plot driven, and I think that's okay because, again, you're engaged mentally even if you aren't engaged visually. When all those puzzle pieces that you're thinking about through the movie come together at the end, it is spectacular. The finale of this movie is at the same time wonderful and big, and at the same time it is intimate, and there's a real genuine message that happens. And then there's even some twists, not just one but several, that kind of happen at the end of the movie that may blow your mind a little bit, and I found thoroughly and wonderfully enjoyable. As all those puzzle pieces come together, I think with The Dark Knight Rises you're going to like the picture you end up seeing.